place to be able to make money. The year's almost over, and I know so many people who've been saying that they're gonna be a content creator since 2025 started. Stop playing, for real. And this is what I would do if I had to get 50,000 new followers in 2 days again, but part 2. If you didn't watch part 1, go back and watch it, because you're probably not gonna understand what I'm telling you to do here. But if I had to go back, I would make sure that once I chose the thing that I was gonna talk about for the 10 days, I made sure that I actually talked about it. The more you talk, it sounds so simple, but I'm gonna say it again. The more you talk, the more followers that you are going to get. A lot of beginner content creators set themselves up to not experience exponential growth, because when you do get a viral video, it's something that's considered hit or miss. A hit or miss video consists of you using someone else's video idea, using someone else's sound, or using a video idea overall that is trending instead of using a trending topic. If you are going to get a lot of followers and get a lot of followers fast, you are going to have to become the sound. And oh brother, before you say, oh, I don't like how I sound, I don't like my voice, why you ain't gonna mute yet then? You still talk on the phone, you still talk on FaceTime, you still be at work yapping, running that mouth, you still be talking to your spouse, still be talking to your kids, you still be talking to everybody. You talk to everybody else except for the phone. They can pay you. Be for real. I'm telling you, if I had to do it all over again, I would become the sound, because that's what I did. And if you want to know what else I did, in the link in my bio, there's something called the SMR Content Monetization Bundle. And I currently have it on sale right now. But it is a 3-for-1 bundle that I created myself using my own experience, using my own advice, and my own strategy that has helped over 5,000 people get monetized on TikTok, because I literally just broke down the algorithm. I'm talking about undefeated, to the point where I post videos sometimes and TikTok's mute. I had videos where TikTok has muted them with 8 million views. Shadow ban and all that. And I just keep posting to teach y'all, because they don't want y'all to go viral as easy as it can be to go viral, because it's not hard. The link is in my bio. Go get it and come back and say thank you once you realize that it was much easier than you thought it would be. Okay, riddle me this. If every person who starts a business to help people learn how to make money starts making their businesses target audience people who already have money, how will the people who are trying to learn how to make money actually start making money? Okay, before y'all beat me up in the comments, right? I do understand the aspect of you making your product worth its value. I get that completely. But if you have a business that's centered around teaching people how to make money, wouldn't it make more sense to keep whatever it is that you're doing affordable to the people who are trying to learn how to make money? Because most people that I see, right, whether they do digital marketing, whether they're doing trading, any type of investing, they start off with pretty reasonable prices teaching people about content creation. And then at some point, they get the traction and they just start going $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. Now, there's certain things that I feel like should be $2,000. Your ebook is not one of them. Like that product that you created using ChatGPT, those aren't even your words. Why does it cost so much? Like, I could see thousands of dollars if somebody wants to build a personal relationship with you, thousands of dollars for mentorship. I believe in stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I just always get genuinely confused at people who I'm talking about. They be starting really good businesses that are meant to help people who need help. And then once they get to where they are trying to be, they scale it to something that is completely out of reach to their initial target group, their initial target audience. And I mean, in regards to numbers, it makes sense, because if you could just sell $1,000 product one time, then you won't have to sell the $20 product as many times. But at what point are we going to actually start caring, right, about people, not just the aspect of the result of money? And I'm making this video because as somebody who has helped thousands of people become content creators, in the link in my bio, I have the SMR monetization bundle. It's extremely affordable. But every time I meet like an entrepreneur or I meet somebody in business, right, I have to explain to them why I haven't drove the price through the roof, even though the value of it is so high. My target audience is the folks who actually need to make some money, the people who actually want to become a content creator, the people who actually want to start businesses. If I make my target audience the people who already have life figured out, who am I helping? But that's just me. That's just, I don't know. Maybe y'all don't, but. So you have to get over that aspect of being self-conscious and wondering if when you speak, people are going to look at you like, What are you talking about? And if you are new here, this is part 3 of me teaching you how to use your voice so that you can actually become a content creator going into 2026. Because I got 10,000 followers in 10 days and I've helped over 5,000 people do the same thing. And way too many people feel like content creation is hard when in reality, all you have to do is learn how to use your voice and understand the algorithm. So come in, take a seat, get some notes. And if you haven't, go back and watch part 1 and part 2 so that you can understand what it is that I'm saying. But back to what I was saying, once you get yourself out of the thought process of wondering how it is that you will be perceived, you can start to focus your mind on actually trying to get your thoughts out. But I want to introduce you to a new concept that will help you be able to learn how to talk and talk smoothly. And it's something called flow state. Y'all can just drop it in the comments. If you are going to get really good at becoming a content creator, becoming somebody who's entertaining, becoming somebody who knows how to use their voice to be able to grasp the attention of other people, you're going to have to learn how to get into something called flow state, which all that means is that at a certain point of you talking, it becomes so natural that you almost can't fully process what it is that you are saying. I know that sounds weird, but listen, have you ever been having a conversation with somebody that you really like? Y'all having such a good conversation that y'all start off at one topic, and then next thing y'all know, 30 minutes later, y'all on a topic that has nothing to do with what it is that y'all initially started talking about, but neither one of y'all can remember how the conversation started? That's because at some point in the conversation, you entered flow state. And so the exchange started happening so naturally that you weren't thinking and considering every single step in between. If you found yourself recording your content and making videos and using your voice, but you can think about every single thing that you are saying, you are probably taking out things that would connect people to you. The reason being is because a lot of times the relatability that people find in you is going to come from how naturally you are speaking. If I was saying the same thing that I was saying right now, but I was thinking about what I was saying, like to the point of actually wondering if what I was saying again made sense, which this is why you have to heal, because you can't be self-conscious about the fact that you're talking on camera. I would probably be looking like I'm reading off a teleprompter right now. Some of y'all are on camera looking like you're reading off a teleprompter, not because you actually have a script, but because you're wondering if you're saying the right things instead of just letting it flow. If this is making sense, just drop a make sense in the comments. Now, I know your question to me is like, okay, well then how do I get into that flow state? How do I make it flow? That's when you're going to have to come back for part 3. But if you are somebody who's trying to become a content creator and become a content creator fast, in the link in my bio, I have something called the SMR Content Monetization Bundle. It is currently on sale right now, and it is a clear step-by-step guide on how I did get 10,000 followers in 10 days and all of the monetization streams of income on TikTok. Because once you watch this series, even if you get to this part and you understand that you have to learn how to use your voice, there are so many things in there that you are going to be able to apply so that you don't go into 2026 without a large following. One of my mentees got 50,000 followers in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Make sure that you're following me so you have everything that you need to become a content creator, but also make sure that you get that bundle so you can actually get to work. Name me one successful content creator that you don't know how they look or how they sound. And before you say a T-Pain,